Hello, welcome back to Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, we're gonna do something pretty simple, basically involving Voronoi in 3D. And so we're gonna basically create like the core center. Let's say we have like a cube, and then we carve the cube, and we just want to get the center. And that's what we're gonna try to make today. So more or less like a kind of like a stone. Um, So yeah, we can start with a box. Basically, save it as core, and the output's gonna be just fuel draw for now. So this is just a simple box. And for the Voronoi, we're gonna be using the script node light, and it's Voronoi 3D. So we gotta need to provide some points. Let's plug in the box first. So like I explained before, if we have random vector, and the random vector looks, of course, just like this, bunch of points. If we increase the number, you can see it's almost like it's actually like a spherical. Sometimes you want to randomize it a little bit more, so you use randomize input vertices, give it some number, and for this one we only need a couple, so we need just a bunch of them, and we can randomize it. If we plug this into this guy, of course we're gonna get the Voronoi. Okay, so that's cool, but what if we want something in the center, you know, like the center of the Voronoi fracture? In order to do that, we need to combine a single point that's always almost in the center. So I'm gonna be using another vector in, and just list join it. So this is just 0, 0, 0, point at 0, 0, 0, combine it with this random vector, join level of 2. So now we will always have one point that's actually more or less in the center. So that's basically the idea, and we want to get the center. You see there's one in the center. So let's save this first, and based on this Voronoi, we can separate each and every fracture this way. And if you know already, if we just use like grid plane and just plug it into the matrix, we can see all our fracture in the grid. Yeah, something like that. So that's all our Voronoi, even though they are not centered. But the one that I'm interested in is the one in the center, the one with without any flat edge. So probably this one right here. But anyhow, this is, so we have 11 different parts. In this case, we can increase the number of points here, maybe make it 20. So there should be 21 now, but I'm just needing the one in the center. So list item and grab the one in the center, like that. I think that's pretty correct. I can randomize the seed, and we should get one. And if we just randomly try to find ones which have all kind of edge being carved, pick the one you like, and that's the one we're gonna use. Okay, so for example this one, this stone, I'm gonna save it again. In order to make this more like a stone, there's a little trick that I learned from CG World Japan. This is actually for Houdini, but we can do similar thing. So if we just grab this guy right here, right, we are outputting this object as a real object. And what we're gonna do here I'm gonna remesh this guy. So remesh modifier and set it to smooth. So we have this, which is nicely kind of nicely remeshed, and we can basically triangulate it, and we can also maybe reduce using this Decimate. So we have something that's more or less kind of has more detail. There we go, that's what we want. Maybe not too much with the Decimate. But here we can then add a displacement. Maybe the displacement should be on the top. And here I will create a maybe cloud texture for now. Basic cloud, and reduce the displacement. So that's gonna be our stone details. But you don't want it, we like the hard edge, flat hard edge carve, but we also like this organic look. So we want to combine them together. So first of all, I actually need 2 of these. So this one is gonna be beta. So they are basically the same object, but for beta we're gonna apply the modifier. So this is our manual applied measure, but this beta is actually live. So we want to assign the same modifier into this guy. So I just select this guy, and then Control L, just link the modifier. So we're gonna have the same modifier apply. And we can hide this guy for now, just focusing on these 2. We can basically use Boolean, but before we do that, we want to check if everything's still live. So yeah, it seems pretty good. So we just want to carve this guy, just Boolean it using the other guy. And now we can hide the carver. Now we have our stone. So a mixture of something flat and something that's more organic. So that's pretty good. If you like it, you can Shift D and then apply. So we have this object, and then if we want to maybe randomize the seed, we can use frame number, plug into the seed. So we have another object here. We like it, duplicate, apply. So we have another one. Pick another random frame, duplicate, apply. So duplicate and apply is like a macro, kind of like a step that you might repeat again and again. So you might want to create like some kind of macro for that. So duplicate, apply. Duplicate and apply is actually, so yeah. So duplicate and apply. So this is like the macro in Blender, BPY ops, etc. Maybe I can copy this, Command C, put it into text, paste it here. So let's try, run the script. Oh, it's giving an error. Name BPY is not defined. Okay. Import BPY. So this guy is selected, run the script, select another stone, run the script. So this is kind of like a macro. In Maya, it's probably it's mail script, and then you just copy paste that guy, run the script, run the script. So yeah, now you end up with a bunch of stone, and the one in the middle, the master, is still alive. Sometimes you do get the one that's not. See, you want this one is not good. This one is not good, but you can just ignore that. All right, so yeah, so that's a quick way you can generate stone, like a core. I'm calling it a Voronoi core. So I'm basically getting the center of the Voronoi, while everything else is being thrown out. So it's like a stone, really, basically. You can sculpt this further, if you like, let's say you like this one, okay, then we can jump in and go into sculpt mode, and then perhaps enable dynamic topology, disable mirror, and start sculpting and adding details, etc. This is actually pretty fun. There's always this kind of manual work is actually necessary sometimes. Not everything is automated or procedural. A little bit of handmade, you know, like fixing area that's a bit strange, just smooth it. So if you find a part that's okay, that topology is kind of wrong, you just fix it. So that's I think this is a pretty good workflow. Okay, so I quite like that. So all right, so there you go. That's a quick way you can generate procedural stone that's looking more or less like a stone using Sverchok add-on in Blender. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.